Estación Armonía. This is Luz speaking, and we're gonna do our full moon reading today. I know there's an eclipse as well. It is a sign of Pisces per Western astrology and the sign of Aquarius per Vedic astrology. So just two things to keep in mind that I heard from another reader, that it depends on which of these you follow. But yeah, we're gonna shuffle light. Let's ask for our spirit guides, ancestors, galactic team, archangels, and any higher frequency deities that you want to invite. I want to invite the spirit of the dragon beings as well that protect us, that always are by our side, guiding us to clarity, to the light, to speak our truth. And we're gonna set up some intention with just a few seconds of a few deep breaths with the frequency of the symbol. And I'm gonna turn on our candle, asking for protection and all the clarity that each of us have to hear to apply that to our lives. And let's start. Spirit, to what you want the audience to know for this full moon eclipse. The first card is Shine Your Light. As you can see, this is a very Piscean energy here. I feel like this is more so shine your light regarding your psychic gifts. As you can see, her crown, I just interpret a lot as like her gifts, her seeing gift, her clairvoyance, her clairaudience, her cognitance, all of that. That is really like sensory gifts that are extra heightened around this time. And if you have been seeing 44444, this is your confirmation that this is you. So a lot of you that have been seeing this are in fact like awakening some psychic gifts. And now they got out this purple too. Like I feel like that has a lot to do, and especially in this full moon, maybe pay attention to your dreams. Let's see. Doing what you love, time to thrive, giving from the overflow, life purpose, being authentically you, compassionate self empowerment, loving life, trying things you resonate with, bringing joy to others by being an inspiration. A lot of you have been like shutting down your gifts because of you not being received that well, before with your gifts, and now is the time to really awaken them, because if there's something that somebody is not receiving well from your gifts, they will let you know. And I want to say that right now, for most of you, you already know what circles and communities to go to where you are you just feel super free to show these gifts and show who you are, shining your abilities, your creativity, yeah, the artistic side of you, perhaps just your very leadership personality that you have to lead others as well, like to plan things, to organize things. And if you're like, oh, yeah, I'm hearing this example of like, oh, you're too uptight. Like, we don't want to travel with you because you're too uptight and you always want to be controlling everything. Well, now you have the right friends and right relationships and connections to know that you're a blessing to them for doing that, and that everyone plays a role where they can all harmonize, and that's called a collective, harmony or symphony per se. So I think that for a lot of you, you are finding yourself in places and spaces and with relations that you're allowed to do that without you even fearing being judged. Or you're maybe like, oh, you're such an immature, for just, I don't know, getting distracted too much. Well, now in the new circles that you are, you know that you're a blessing to them because your imagination is so vivid and you're so creative that you are able to bring that to the groups, or you're able to bring that to your romantic partner. And it was much needed, in that space. The feminine doesn't thrive a lot, or they don't let themselves flow a lot, and then you're bringing that. It's just such a like a yin yang, it brings the balance to its like more fruitful energy, it flourishes. So that's what I'm feeling for this, which is full moon, that you're just finding out where you want to go, or you're already in those relations and you don't have to be afraid at all to be showing yourself as you are. I see doing what we love can bring so much goodness to our hearts that it flitters into other areas of our life. Yet when life is demanding more of us, we give up the things we love to make way for more practical pursuits. When we finally come back to these pursuits, we wonder why we waited. Hmm. For much of life, okay, it takes discipline to do what we love. Especially if we are natural givers, it is easy to get caught up in other people's lives. Yeah, maybe you tend to get caught up in other people's lives because you would give them the pleasure of just, being digestible to them in some way. Um, yeah, and for some of you, like, hmm, maybe this is like others giving you so much and you not being used to that, and you wonder, like, do I have to adjust myself because I'm being given so much? Like, if it's like if you feel like you have to pay back if you're being treated good, and spirit is telling you like, that's what you deserve because that's what your soul is, portraying to this other soul that wants to give you, and you shine so bright and with so much love that you don't have to worry like of doing more or trying to, hold them way more than you're doing right now. I think that you're more of a like, okay, if I'm receiving these cool gifts, then I need to give as well. When you can just receive, maybe it's a celebration for you, for you getting this new job or something, and you gotta receive. Don't think that you have to give back. Like, just sit back and relax and receive the gifts. That's what it's like coming through. That's this kind of energy that you're not used to receiving because you're such a giver, and you feel like, wow, if out of the blue somebody invited me to eat, then whoa, I need to invite them for a drink, soon. Like, I can't just not do it, or they're not gonna want to be my friend or my partner. I don't know. But I think that you're more than held for where you are, for your light, and people just will love giving to you now. And because you're such a giver, you're not like someone that takes and asks for more just for the benefit of you, but you're someone that naturally people want to give to because you're such a light to them already. So There's not really like, oh, just you taking here. It's like it is very well balanced. What you bring to the table, even if you don't feel like your art might heal others, or your food might heal others, or that your tinctures that you make might heal others, and you do it for pleasure, or even your listening ear, I think that's a lot of medicine that you're already doing, and it's out of your heart. Es porque les nace. Yeah, it's because that's just the way you are. Let's read a little bit more because I want to know what else we have for divinatory meaning. Okay, bring a sense of play, lightness, or spontaneity to your life. Be inspired by children or your inner child. Spontaneity. Okay, somebody let me know if that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, spontaneity to your life. Be inspired by children or your inner child. You're encouraged to add inquisitiveness, fun, and laughter to your reality. This card may signify the presence of a child in your life. Spending time may signify the presence of a child in your life. Okay, spending time with children will help you experience the world from a fresh perspective and see them as inspiring teachers that they are. A lot of you are driven to work jobs around children. A lot of you already like, I want to say like, I feel like this for this group watching, maybe there's more aunts, uncles, maybe there's more godfathers, godmothers more than parents. But yes, a lot of you are parents as well. And I want to say that please let your children around you, whatever relation they are to you, guide you in the moments that you feel like you're just too rigid and like something's missing. Like, wow, my son in such a irritating mood, and like something's missing here. I feel uptight. My neck hurts. It might be that you need to loosen up a little more. That's what's coming through for this full moon. Maybe if you're going to a gathering or something like that, just let your inner child, speak to, communicate to others from that sense of wonder and curiosity, rather than, okay, you gotta do this with your life now, full moon seriousness. Like, I feel like it's more, yeah, a little bit more flow with emotions. Like, how are you feeling? Like, what sparks joy in your life? We all we all have that mission to come here to do, but we don't have to get that serious and call it a mission and put all that baggage on top of your shoulders from your lineage up to today to carry that mission. But we can also ask, which is the same, by the way, what brings joy to me, what I enjoy doing, what do I enjoy speaking about to others. Maybe it's you speaking, carrying information to others. Maybe it's you showing someone how to play piano. Maybe it's just showing someone how to swim. Like, what is it in there? And then you can go to your mission. But for this full moon, I would suggest, like, yes, letting your inner child self wander, wander around, and know that from there everything else is gonna come later. To be a little bit of patience, of like, if you want to make this your career and such. But let's get your next card, which is the animal card. Que gran espíritu que tienen que saber para estar en la llena personas. Por favor, gracias. ¿Qué claridad les quieres traer a estas personas que están mirando? Okay, the elephant. This is a fire element card for those of you that enjoy the art. By the way, all the decks that I use are listed in the description box below. So you can always get these decks, read for yourself. Maybe this might be something that you're interested in, that a lot of you are kind of wanting to do. Read yourself some cards. Maybe it doesn't have to be tarot right away. Maybe you just want to do tarot. But yeah, a lot of the art in the oracle decks is just amazing, you know. It brings your own downloads, and maybe this is something that you want to start doing this Pisces full moon, you know, awakening those psychic gifts. And even if you follow the Vedic, because this is bringing me to Ganesh, Lord Ganesh. Um, I feel like if you follow the Vedic, even then, you know, Aquarius full moon with eclipse, lunar, like, you know, your intuition, your psychic gifts. Um, this could be heightened right now. Maybe this is something you want to do. Maybe just start with a cheap deck that you order online. Yeah, there are listed down below. Even if it's Aquarius, as I was saying, I think Aquarius is very like, okay, changing the paradigm, you know, innovating new projects and stuff. So this could be your new project for a lot of you. Just saying. Um, and there's a sense of like, yes, you can always watch these readings and stuff, but it can awaken your own gifts, you know, your own desire to read. And maybe for a lot of you also, you will read for others later on, you know, but you can always like, you know, like every therapist has their own therapist kind of thing. Yeah, you will need guidance sometimes, other than just you reading for yourself. And maybe you can then look for another reader's perspective. But I feel like this is a big help for someone that's already had therapy, maybe, and but you want to learn more. What's there, you know? What's that wisdom in there, you know? Very Aquarius, like out of this world wisdom. Yeah, cosmos wisdom. Whatever gods, goddesses you work with, wisdom. Even, you know, Mother Earth wisdom, Lemurian wisdom, Lemurian wisdom here for this deck. um, yeah, I feel like you're getting into all of that maybe, and for a lot of you, you're having a big challenge right now because Ganesh breaks obstacles for people. A lot of you might be interested in mantras, so maybe looking those up, maybe singing them or just listening to them while you sleep. I don't know, while you do your cleaning your house. But that's something that's coming through for this full moon, really. That fire of burning anything that you feel stuck in. Okay, but let's read what it is about. Unstoppable, auspicious, wise. The elephant, arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if these cards appear when you feel stuck, rest assured that the path will soon become clear. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. Ooh, this. Okay, trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with the light of self knowledge. When in balance, one pointed focus, generous, loving. When out of balance, misunderstands fate. To bring it into balance, trust. Okay, so there's something that you do need to trust, kind of like the things of that are happening to you, whether these are very materialized, like physical issues, or more beyond that, you know, like let's say maybe like a school situation you're applying to, and you really want this career, but something's not clicking, and you're feeling stuck, and you're not getting in, or it's just hard to maintain those grades. This could be applied to a job situation, living situation, a home situation, you name it. There's things that are redirecting you right now in this full moon, and maybe you're just barely gonna discover that around this time because the eclipse uncovers things that we hadn't seen, you know, truths. Maybe trust that that's gonna come, and just wait for it to show you the way, and not maybe be so pushy and trying to force something in to fit when it doesn't. Okay, maybe you need to look for more options And I think these options are gonna be shown to you either through your dreams or your envisioning, maybe in meditation because Ganesh is coming up. Maybe some of you wanna really, really write down your options on your journal. Okay, what else can there be for me? What else, if this is not working out, what's what universe wants to give me? Maybe it's a bigger gift, better than I even imagined, kind of thing. And yeah, maybe right now you're in a little bit of situation of like sorrow or grieving the loss of something. mm. For some of you, grieving a relationship of feeling. Okay, right, maybe you're misunderstanding why that's happening. Okay, but trusting that yes, there's some other things, like not saying that okay, you just had a breakup, well, you just have to wait because someone better is coming. Because okay, yes, that could be the case, but you don't know the time, that is kind of passing between that to happen. Because for a lot of you, it's not another relationship substituting, replacing someone else, but things and opportunities and things that are going to nourish your soul are going to come right after that. That's what I'm feeling. Yes, just embrace the mystery, like it says in here in the book. Embrace that shining your light is going to bring you this wisdom that this card is talking about. Okay, maybe some of you want to work with candles, just saying, because wisdom and light and seeing, you know. But let's get you a tarot. Okay, you got the Ace of Wands upright. Look at those hummingbirds. I feel like yes, you're having to face something around this time, and you're gonna be great. You're just gonna be great. You're gonna be adapting to it because the hummingbirds, and you're gonna have maybe company or friends or even a community. Take a good look because sometimes you get downloads with the art of the decks. Yeah, there's something coming up. There's something being sparked. Like I said, what shines your light, what sparks that joy for you to shine. I think this is so resonant around this full moon with this eclipse. You're gonna find out that yes, that is what you were thinking about. Yeah, yeah, I need to go back to I don't know, but going running on my bicycle. I need to go back to biking. I need to go back to karate, to kung fu. I don't know, like something like that. And maybe it was already in your mind, but you didn't think that was the thing. And I think you've known since a child, like I said, your child self, and the shine your light. You've known that that is it. That's just it. Yeah, a new passion is coming up for you. If not, like you're rediscovering yourself and remembering something that you didn't even remember. You didn't remember. Some things we don't even know what we don't know, kind of thing. And maybe this is from a past life as well. So maybe ask your guides what that is. This full moon. But yeah, there's a lot of creativity with this new begin, or like a new beginning. There's a lot of motivation coming up for you, and this is what like Lord Ganesh does. Like it gives you motivation to go through any obstacles. So I'm very excited for you this full moon. Yeah, you're gonna be very excited if this is like with your romantic partner. Yeah, maybe you're doing a project with them. Even maybe you're deciding to, form a family for a lot of you. But yeah, like I would say, like, please take that chance and pursue whatever you're thinking that you wanted to do. And no, not saying to start it today, but just think about it and plan it and journal why it really fulfills you. Why it makes me feel content, and journal it. And that's gonna be a great motivation to start this later when it comes around, you know. Let's get your nature whisper card. Whisper card. Shine your light. Elephant. The Ace of Wands. Share what you want them to know. Go. Heighten your vitality. Tap into the depths of your being and draw on your personal power. If you feel like your energy is low, infuse your mind and with the warmth of sunlight and visualize this light bringing new energy into you. You have energetic reserves to draw on. Allow this energy to boost, to flow through you. Connect. Allow this energy boost to flow through you. Wow, there's really sticking in because this is again about allowing yourself to receive. You know, you're such a giver that you're not seeing that because of that, Source is gifting you with this vitality for you to shine. That's all you need for you to shine, you know? And much of it is emotional balance because this is a mermaid and the water energy, you know? Emotional balance, the vitality comes from there. Because if you're sad, you might not even eat sometimes, for example, you know? So just allow this, what source is giving you, to flow through you because right now you're like in a very, I feel like right now the door is being opened for all of us, no matter regardless of our gender, of really like a lot of fertility energy here. That's what I'm seeing because the fertility energy is more like allowing for you to all these things to be born inside you, to be born. My accent, mexicana, pero sí, to be born. And I said burn, and I was like, wow, maybe spirit wanted me to say burn because you know, burning passions, new passions are being awakened inside of you. Okay, let's keep reading. Allow this energy boost to flow through you. Connect with others or do something you love to continue creating the change you need. Spend time with a friend, smile, laugh, and share human touch. Yeah, like it says right now, like bringing laughter into your life more, into the joy that sparks you, your inner child joy. Okay, and whatever is being an obstacle for that, let it go. Maybe this full moon, maybe plan to let it go. You know, make yourself the idea that you have to let this one go, or you have to let this thing go. Not saying that it's easy, but it's necessary. Okay, let's get you an affirmation card. Hay una afirmación para estar leyendo. You are not alone. Yeah, for some of you, you do need to, like, you know, be surrounded by more of your friends that you already connected with, that you know that you can feel safe and shine your light with. Just only those where you can feel like you can really shine and you adore watching them shine as well. You know, all of that motivation and that they're motivating you to start this new thing. Maybe this is a group that you're starting this new thing with. You know, maybe this is the people that are giving you those tinctures to heighten your vitality precisely, or medicine in some any sort of way, you know. And also, like, be aware that it's okay to receive from others, that even though you made it alone all this time and you were able to break these obstacles, um you don't have to do this all by yourself now. You know, you have people that nourish you, that could learn and be motivated from you as well. Or there might be other people that could guide you, you know, and really motivate you to what it brings to believe in humanity again, you know, to know that you're not alone and enjoy that. But Let's see. The camera moved a little. Let's get your Dharma card. Determination. Yeah, this is a confirmation for you to please keep going. And even though this might seem very fantasy like, please plant that tree. And even though it would take some time, quite some time to flourish, don't get discouraged of that, okay? Because now you're being able to have this access to heightening your vitality, whether this is physical vitality or psychic vitality around this full moon. Let's read it. Learn from the earth to be steadfast on your path, even though others disturb you. For the earth continues in her orbit, though burdened by many creatures. Yeah, no matter what obstacles and burdens and maybe other people's opinions, you can defeat this obstacle to be able to shine your light and start this thing that right now you're making space for. You're letting go of this full moon. You're discovering new ways of how to do this eclipse maybe, and being able to know that yes, the earth here, you can heighten your vitality by understanding how she does it. Everything, every little piece of density that comes her way, she composts it. She composts it and then plants food over it, or a beautiful tree, beautiful roses, you name it. And then this comes to fruition. Even though there might be a lot of little things coming your way, don't think that that's happening to you, but it's happening for you, kind of thing. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I appreciate you guys checking out my videos again and everything I have to channel. I enjoy doing it so much. I think I would go crazy if I didn't channel it to somewhere. And this was the perfect way I was guided to do it. So I'll see you in the next reading. Enjoy the full moon, be safe, and love yourselves. Bye.